Damn right, we do big here in Brooklyn. Yeah. Alrighty. What's up, motherfuckers and scumbags, and you other pieces of shit, and my peeps. What's going on, you sexy bitches? It is I, your tribal god of extreme, Peter Joseph here, for a Wednesday afternoon video, right here on the official Peter Joseph YouTube wrestling channel. YouTube.com/Peter Joseph. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you like the video and subscribe right now to this channel and my other channels down below. You know where it is, in my pants, otherwise known as these description marks below. Excuse me. So do it now. Subscribe to my channels right now. Leave a comment on the video, but don't leave stupid comments. Go to your dead channel and do that shit, because you ain't gonna do it here, because you'll get sent to the Shadow Realm, where Satan will cut off your head, your legs, your balls, and then eat your soul. And he'll do it too. Trust me on that. So please don't do that. If you want to do that, go to your dead channel, and then, go to your channel that nobody really gives two fucks about. And do it there. Go do your bullshit on your garbage channel. Okay? Go do your own thing. You ain't gonna do it on my channel. You don't like that? Then go cry about it. I could care less. But everybody else who's actually normal and has a brain, then you can leave your comments down below on the topic at hand, whatever it may be. And that's pretty much it. Follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Share the video all over the internet. Don't forget to tap and slap that bell. Turn on all notifications so you don't miss the next one. Because if you miss anything, you're SOL. And you better know what that means by now. And if not, you better look it up. That's why we have Google. Just Google it. That's all I gotta say about that. And if you're brand new here for the very first time, then welcome to the party, pal. We hope you enjoy the ride. Sit back, relax, and grab the cold one. Put your feet up and enjoy the show. If you like it, great. You don't, go fuck yourself and get out of here. That's all I gotta say about that. We're getting close, my friends. We're getting closer and closer to one of our big milestones. I know it's been years since I want to get to this milestone. We're gonna get there anyway, as long as it takes. 750 subscribers. We're almost there. We're pretty much on the tail end of getting there. We're about, as of this video, we are 16 away. So, I don't know if we're going to get there by Mania or by Easter. I'm hoping, but we'll see what happens with that. And then we'll be on the road to 1,000. But, it is what it is. And like I said, I don't care if I've been here for almost 16 goddamn years, and one of my channels has 1,258 subs. Big fucking whoop. I'm not here to be Mr. Popular or to get millions of subs. I'm not PewDiePie or anybody like that. Whatever I get, I get. The same thing in comments and views. I don't care. It's nice to get a lot of views and comments here and there. That's fine, but I'm just here to have fun and, well, at least try to have fun. Because there are idiots on this fucking website. And jerks, because I know a few jerks. But that's another story for another time. But I'm just here to have fun and give my opinion. And if people don't like it, too fucking bad. That's all I gotta say about that. I have an opinion, I have a voice, and I will use it. Because I want to talk about things I'm passionate about, which is wrestling, other sports, some politics here and there, some other, other things. And I'm going to have a voice, and if people don't like it, too fucking bad. Do your own fucking video. But don't chastise somebody and, with garbage and false facts and all this other shit. You're going to do that, you're not going to get anywhere. You're just going to have a channel full of garbage. So, that's all I got to say about that. But, to each their own. I'm just here to have fun and talk about things I'm passionate about, which is music and sports, and one of them is wrestling. So, that's all I gotta say about that, and, along the way, meet some good people that have the same opinion as me. and I met some great friends along the way. I know I threw a few under the bus. I greatly apologize for that. I hope they're doing well in their future. Well, now and then in the future. And I know the friends I do have now, they support me in whatever I do. And I know I have my faults. Some people don't care about that, but others, still living in denial and still living in the past. And then people need to get into 2025 already. Stop talking about 2012 on. My past is my past. I'm heading to the future. The future, Conan? Yes. All the way to the year 2000! No, okay, sorry. But I'm just joking around, And whether you like my jokes or not, go fuck yourself. If you don't like it. If you do like it, well, thank you very much. Because this is a satire channel. So, pretty much all my channels are satire, when I joke around here and there. When I do my impressions with, my good buddy Mike Awesome and everything, and everything like that. No, not now, Mike. Not now. I just say your name, just say hello. I'm sorry. It's okay, Mike. I was just telling people about how my channels are satire, and I joke around, and everything when I talk to you and New Jack and, everybody else up there. You need to stop that shit. You're a good guy, Mr. Joseph. I almost said Gilmore, but I know who you are. Yeah, I know, Mike. Those guys, people need to leave you alone, you're a good guy. You get good facts, and you're really charismatic, and you're awesome like me. Not as awesome as me, but I know, Mike. I know. I should be in the Hall of Fame. I am kind of in the YWC Hall of Fame. And you should be in the WWE Hall of Fame. Or some type of Hall of Fame. Wrestling Hall of Fame. Because you're awesome. I know! I'm just saying. We need to get Mike Awesome in the Hall of Fame, because this is getting ridiculous. Mike's getting mad as it is. Mike's gonna put somebody through a flaming table if he doesn't get in the Hall of Fame in the next 5-10 years. Shit. I'm just saying. But we move on. See, like I just stated, it's satire. I'm trying to bring some life to my videos. If you like it, great. Go fuck yourself. Do it yourself. Because you can't do better impressions than me, and that's a fact. But I digress. Moving on. Alright, minus all that, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're having a great Wednesday. Not here in the Northeast. It's raining. Well, not raining hard yet, but it will be raining cats and dogs in the next couple of hours and going through pretty much most of tomorrow. It's rain. Thank the Lord it's rain. And because we got spring coming up in about 2 weeks. That's fun. Hopefully the weather will get hot. I know Tuesday here in New York City, it's gonna be 65 degrees, and then pretty much go down the toilet by the end of next weekend. That sucks. But make the most of it. Whether it be a good day or a bad day. Today's not a great day to go out. It's 51 degrees. It's raining. It's gonna be some thunder boomers coming up later tonight. Hopefully I don't lose my satellite dish, the rich man's dish, when I watch AEW Dynamite tonight. Should be a good show from, I think it's from Sacktown, Sacramento, California. Should be some good stuff. The Go Home Show, well, part 1, before this Sunday's AEW Revolution from Los Angeles, California. That card looks pretty good. Pretty good. And then we're getting close to Roadblock for NXT. I'll get to my NXT review in just a second. That's going to be great. And, Monday Night Raw from the Garden, the Mecca, Madison Square Garden in New York City. And no, I will not be there. I wish I was, but can't. It's very expensive. But, I would go one day when it's not so expensive. But we'll see. I know, and the theater NXT Roblox is going to be on Tuesday. Some of the prices, I I might go to NXT Roadblock because the prices are, I saw a couple of prices for $90. And that's, with fees, of course, it's like 130, 150 about. Not bad, but, you barely sit in the ring, but, it's what it is. It's like going to the Hammerstein and sitting in the second balcony all the way up. Where you barely can see anything. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? That's why I don't sit all the way up. I try to sit as close as possible. Whether it be ringside or in the first or second balcony at the Hammerstein Ballroom. Or anywhere I go. In concerts, I like standing room only. I hate sitting in, I hate sitting in the balcony when I'm at the Hammerstein. I did that for the first time I went to Gigantor. I sat in the first balcony, and it was great, though. I was wishing I was at, I wish I was with my people, which I did on the second time I went to Gigantor, when Disturbed was on that tour. Ho, ho, ho! I mean, face to face with Dave Mustaine. I mean, that's great. Hello, me! Meet the real me! I mean, that's in itself. And I probably took one of my best pictures, which is on my Facebook page. Probably one of my best pictures I took next to Maria Brink at that epic show that I was at. 2 million hits. Plus, baby! That's my job, I do photography. I'm good. I'm good at it. I'm good at a lot of things. You know what I mean, but I digress. Alright, let's get to this review and let's waste anything more time I already wasted. Alright. So, ladies and gentlemen, on this rainy, wet, Wednesday afternoon, March the 5th, 2025, it is time, after 12 minutes of spiel, for your NXT review. For last night, March the 4th, 2025, we are back at the Performance Center, the CWC, whatever you want to fucking call it. We're back at home base in Orlando, Florida. And as always, our commentary team every Tuesday night. The three-headed monster itself, the man with the creepy jacket, lots of candy, he loves them kids. That's Vic Joseph. Another creepy bastard, that's Corey Slave. And the actual good member of the commentary team, the man who smokes more fucking weed than you do, and that's a fact. Two-time Hall of Famer, the Kool-Aid Man himself, Black Snow. Booker T, sucker! Oh yeah! Oh yeah, man! Oh yeah! That guy needs to calm down. Shit. I mean, he goes nuts on LFG. I'm like, come on, dude. It's LFG. Man, him and Mickey James got 2 points each, and, Taker and Bubba Ray Dudley, holding up the rear. I mean, last week's episode, this past Sunday's episode, I actually was pretty intrigued by it. I know Shiloh got hurt in his match with Anthony Luke, but that fucking beef, that trash talk segment, Anthony Luke went low. It was like, it was Drake Moreau, Shiloh got kicked in the head by Chris Island, I'm sorry. But Shiloh got his bell wrong, per se. But he's okay. Drake Moreau took on Anthony Luke, and then they were doing the trash talk before their match and everything. And Jesus Christ, Drake Moreau looked like a fucking wuss. Because Anthony Luke brought up that Drake is the chick going out with Roxy, you son of a bitch. He's going out with Roxanne Perez, and he brought that into the whole thing. I was like, oh my God, like, all the jaws are dropping on the floor. And Drake's like, I think that was a compliment. You're not half the man that she is. And Drake's like, And then he's like, nice little comeback, Drake. Oh, you're just here because Maxine Dupree was now married now. And then Anthony Luke kind of comes back and says, well, my girl's on the road, your girl's still in NXT. I was like, shit. Well, now she's on the main roster now. Roxy's about to hit the main roster pretty soon. So, I know this was taped way in advance, so. But we got that. And that fucking idiot BJ got hurt good. Fucking wuss. I hate him on that show. Can we get rid of him? I know this was taped. If he wins this fucking thing, I'm gonna be mad. He is so Enzo Amore-like. I said that before in the last 2 episodes. This episode, the 3rd episode, he's like, you know, he mentions he got hurt at a house show. Sucks to be you. And then he's trying to, you know, help Bully Ray out with, who should win the point and everything, blah, blah, blah. And Bully's like, okay, bye. And then next week, he gets in Bully Ray's face, and Bully Ray just beats the fuck out of him. Good. Guy's a dumbass. He's a Brian Christopher / Brian Lawler, God rest his mighty soul, and Enzo Amore clone. That's what he is. He's a piece of shit from Orange County, California. That's a sucky area, by the way. If he was from LA, I'd give him a little bit of credit. Or San Fran. Orange County. Fuck Orange County. Even though No Doubt came from there, but I love No Doubt, so. I'm not a big fan of the Orange County scene, but, you know. No Doubt's cool. Like old school. Old school is cool. I was cooler than old school, you know, what Roddy Piper used to say. I was rowdy before rowdy was cool. God rest his mighty soul. Oy, oy, oy. And Rivals with him and Mr. T, that episode, oh, that was a lot. I couldn't believe that. You know, Piper had so much hate for Mr. T all the way until Mr. T got put in the Hall of Fame sadly before Piper died in 2015. And then, you know, he made up with him, just like Hogan made up with the Warrior. A couple days before he passed. Man. I hate that, you know. I mean, it's good, you mend fences, and then, you know, mend fences is one thing, get everything, you know, out the way. It's like, you know, I said some shit back in the day, I'm sorry, I hope someday you can forgive me, blah, blah, blah. And then, you know, you see him right before you die, or, you know, whatever. And then people look back and like, damn, he was a good guy, a good girl, you know. You know, I would hate to hold grudges with people. Online or offline. I would hate to hold grudges for so long and not come to some type of civil union. I know there's people that hate me, you know, for a certain amount of time. You know, eventually they're gonna get sick of me, you know. I'm not gonna hold a grudge for like 30 fucking years or whatever it may be. Or whatever amount of time I'm gonna be on YouTube, which probably won't be that much longer, but, I mean, holding a grudge for like 16 to 20, 30 years is just stupid. So get over it. If you hate me, get over it. Move on with your pathetic life. Because I care less about it. And I know you care less about mine, but get over it. That's it. That's my rant for the day. Thank you very much. I'll be here next week. Anyway, moving on. Alright, let's get to NXT. Alright, so NXT opens up with a opening recap of last week's show from Cincinnati, Ohio. We get that out of the way. And then we go right to the ring with our first match, and a lot of ladies matches. Nothing wrong with that. It's ladies night, and I feel alright. You know, that good stuff. Alright, so we start off with the resident surfer girl, Sol Ruka, and her partner, Delta, taking on the secretary of her fence, the big woman herself, Piper Niven, and our president of the women's division, the Women's United States Champion, Chelsea Green! Well, she wasn't wearing green, she was wearing blue, pretty much. But Chelsea and Piper back at NXT, taking on Sol Ruka and Delta. 10-minute match. Meh. But it is what it is. Starts out with Sol Ruka knocking Chelsea down. Then quickly tags in the big woman herself. Well, not the big woman herself, but, tags in Delta. She goes head-to-head with Piper. It felt like big, beefy women slapping meat. That's what it felt like. Big, beefy women in that ring. Nothing wrong with that. But anyway, they get back up. Piper takes her down. Chelsea's like, yay, that's great! And then Chelsea comes in, pulls Sol Ruca down by her hair. She's got long, luscious hair. Anyway, but Piper misses an elbow. Delta comes back in with a high-low. High-low! And everything breaks down. Piper hits a dive off the apron, a little flippy doo-doo-doo. As we go to break, come right back. Sol, as always, the heels come back during the break. And Sol has to get her way out of trouble. Tries to get the hot tag to Delta, but Piper stops that. But Sol gets in a high cross body, gets the hot tag to Delta, comes in with a big-time spear on Chelsea Green for a near fall. And then a code-breaker back splash combo. That was very nice. Hits Delta for a near fall. Chelsea hit that, actually. And Chelsea comes up with a bloody nose. Blood! You want blood! We got blood. We got some blood. Not hard way. It was hard way blood, obviously. Maybe broken nose. Who knows? Who knows, nose? Follow your nose! Okay. Delta gets back up, grabs Chelsea for a doomsday moonsault from Sol Ruca. That was nuts. Chelsea's in big, huge trouble. Delta gets up, hits an F5. She picks up Piper. F5 on the Chelsea. Ow! And then Sol Ruca comes off the ropes, hits the Soul Snatcher. I want to be Gilmore Cutter. Bang! 1, 2, 3. Sol Ruca and Delta get the win over. Well, Sol Ruca pins the United States champion. I wonder where that could lead to. Possible U.S. title match. We'll see. Alright, so Sol Ruca and Delta get the win in a little over 10 minutes. That's pretty good. Then we move on. 2.5 out of 5 stars. And we're off and running on NXT. Alright, then we get a video from earlier in the day where the lovely Cora Jade and Big Mama Pump, Jordynne Grace, argue over who would be a better Knockouts champion, because Cora is facing Masha Slamovich at Sacrifice next Friday night. So then we see the beautiful Ava Raine makes the match for later on. And we'll talk about that in a little bit. Alright, so 2.25 out of 5 stars for that. Alright, after that, we see Uriah Connors and the legendary Kale Dixon. Yeah, he's still alive. They try to give Ava some office supplies. Wait, somebody went to fucking Staples? Is Staples still around? I think it still is. I don't know. Office Max. They went to some office store. Let's just like... It's like, hey, Ava, I got some Staples and some I got some, paper and, toner and shit. You want some? No, you idiot. Get out of here. I don't need no fucking toner in my printing cartridge. Get the fuck out of here. What the fuck, man? Alright, so they come in to Ava's office. But then, Chick Willie Shamon, he comes in and he is pissed. I wonder why. Don't answer that. Anyway, Trick tells them to go hang out with Mr. Chase. And then Kale Dixon thinks he's all tough. He says, you're the reason for Chase U closing. And then Trick, sends Kale Dixon into the wall, rams him right in the leg. You son of a bitch! Nah! I'm like, damn! Damn, Trick, calm down. Tranquilo. Take it easy. Take it easy, have a Snickers. Or maybe ask Lash Legend to cook you up something. I don't know. Because Lash likes to... I'm sorry, Lash Legend should be the NXT Women's Champion. I'm sorry. She's just that good. And so is, Miss Jackson, if you're nasty. Should be the Tag Team Champions, too, but... Why are they not? Hopefully, maybe when they go up to the main roster, we'll get something there, but I don't know. We'll see. Alright, so then later we get Kale Dixon against Trick Willie. Oy. Somebody get the hearse. We're going to have a funeral. Oy, oy, oy. Somebody call the Undertaker. Teddy Long, call the Undertaker. He's going to call him. You're going to go one-on-one with the Undertaker. Okay, Teddy. Fuck off, Teddy. The good old days. Moving on. Alright, then we go to our next women's match. The beautiful Kaylani Jordan, that's him's girlfriend, that's Carmelo Hayes. She takes on another hottie. A lot of cake in that ring. Booty! We have Jada Parker against Kaylani Jordan. Pretty good match. Starts off with Jada powering Kaylani into the corner. And Kaylani knocks her down for a standing moonsault. And then she works on the arm. Gets a near fall of La Magistral. You don't know what that means, look it up, dickhead. Move on. Get back up and a big time clothesline gives Kaylani a near fall. And then she catches a sliding Jada Parker with a stomp to the back. Ow. Then a moonsault hits Jada again. But she comes right back with a backbreaker, circa 1925. Onto the turnbuckle. Ow. And Kaylani dropped like a sack of potatoes. As we go to break, we come right back. Kaylani hits a face plant off the ropes for a near fall. Then they slug it out in the middle of that ring. Kaylani gets the momentum and she gets the advantage. And a standing leg drop for a near fall. And then Jada plants her with a Samoan drop for a near fall. Goes for a super teardrop, but took too much time. So instead, she grabs a super Spanish fly. I love when some people do that because it reminds me of the great Joel Maximo, the master of that, by the way, and my mentor. But I digress. Anyway, Jada rolls to the outside after getting hit with that. To get Kaylani all pissed. And then Jada hits the Hypnotique, that sexy hip move, on the floor, but she tries it again and hits the steps. Ow! They get back in, Kaylani goes for a 450, even though she's kind of like loopy, she's like, she gets, kind of like, boom, boom, bah! Like, she thinks she's falling off, bah! All of a sudden. And, takes too long and misses the 450 splash. And, Jada hits the Hypnotique for the third time. This time, the third time actually works this time, even though the second one missed. But anyway, she hits that. 1, 2, 3. Jada Parker gets the win in under 13 minutes. Match was great. 3.25 out of 5 stars. Afterwards, Jada calls out the winner of next week's title versus title match. Okay. So we can see Jada versus Julia or Jada versus Stephanie Facour. That should be pretty good. And that's all I gotta say about that. Alright, moving on. Alright, then we get to my cousin. Tony D, get in here, cuz. I know. Oh, I'm sorry. I mean to do that. Sorry. Tony D'Angelo not having a good day, if you've seen the ending of this fucking show. He's there with the family, chanting Lorenzo Stacks. The man who lives downstairs from you, Luca Crucifino, and the lovely Adriana Rizzo. And he can't say what he thinks of Izzy Dame, otherwise known as Boogie Hogan 2.0. Tony's all ready to show that that his family is the real family of NXT. So that's coming up in our main event later in the show for the men's North American title against Shawn Spears and his little crew. So we got that. Alright, then we go to the Roadblock Media event. We see the NXT World Champion, the big man from Wakanda, the Wula, Oba, Woo, Femi. He's there. talking about how he's ready for a showdown with the TNA X Division champion, Moose. And he says, I have to win this match to keep my title in NXT, so it doesn't go to TNA. And Owen isn't really worried about the size difference, and he's still going to walk out with the NXT title. And I think he will, because I don't think any titles are going to change besides the NXT women's title and the women's North American title, because that's going to switch either way. So we got that. I don't think the TNA tag titles are going to change with the Hardys and Fraxium. And that's pretty much it. So we got that. Alright, so I gave that 2.5 out of 5 stars for Oba! Whoo! Femi. Moving on. Alright, then we get a great segment, ladies and gentlemen. We get the Hardy Boys, Matt Hardy, Broken Matt Hardy! Yes! It's wonderful! Delete! And he comes out with his brother, the legendary Jeff Hardy, dude! Yeah! Oh, yeah. Jeff Hardy, clean and sober. He's looking great. Probably the best he's been in many, many years. Stay on the ball, Jeff, please. Stay on the ball, please. Do not go off the path. We need you for the Hall of Fame, baby. We need you. Because they're going to get in the Hall of Fame. If it's not this year, it's next year. Well, soon, hopefully. So anyway, Matt and Jeff come out, the TNA Tag Team Champions, their first appearance in the CWC, the Performance Center, in NXT. Jeff talks about what a crazy few weeks it's been, and then, Broken Matt Hardy, yes! Wonderful. Talks about how great this place is for everyone. He loves the camaraderie in the back, with the roster and everything. And then they saw he says, we saw fire in Fraxium's eyes, and then, oh boy, these idiots come out, Hank and Tank, or as I call him, Hank and Spank. If you want a Hank and Spank, go to OnlyFans. Anyway, not my OnlyFans, I don't have that. You wish I had that, some of you ladies wish, right? I'm never gonna do that. I don't think anybody wants to see my juggles of you ladies, but that's another story for another time. Anyway. So Hank and Tank come out, they ruin the party, and they're like, oh, we mean no disrespect. Bullshit! And are out here to ask for some advice. He's like, and they're like, what do we need to get to that next level? Win matches, that's one. So Matt likes what he's seen in them, and then Jeff says, take it to the extreme. Stop using my words, Jeff. You've been watching my tapes, you bastard. You've been watching my XWF tapes, you insane. Did you want to take it to the extreme, not like Jeff Hardy does? If it's still around, go to the XWF website. That's some shit, what I used to do there. Holy crap. I killed myself so many times on that fucking fed. But I digress. Anyway. So Tank thinks that means a TLC match, which the Hardys have been legendary for that. But the Hardys say it's all about being willing to take risk and bet on yourselves. Okay, that seems fair. And then the Cowboys come out, Josh Briggs and the legendary Yoshiki Inamura. They come out to say, well, we don't like you, Hammonagers, you jobbers, basically, you security guards, Hank and Tank. And then they're like, alright, you think what I'm thinking? I'm like, oh no, here we go. They hit stereo flippy dippity doos onto Inamura and Briggs, and then they fight all the way to the back. And then the crowd's like, ah! I'm like, what the hell? What are you laughing about a fucking brawl? Okay. And then the Hardys Fraxium was behind them, and then I think Broken Matt had a premonition, yes. And he goes, Fraxium! I knew you'd come! So they're there. And the Hardys say, we want to bring their best, we're going to bring our best next week and keep our TNA tag team titles. And they respect each other. We're going to find out who the real best tag team of in space and time is. next week, and I think it's going to be here on the Hardys, but that's just me. But anyway. The thing is, I like the end part of the segment. I hated that Hank and Tank and Briggs and Inamura were in this fucking thing. Like, why? I know both teams are trying to go for the NXT tag team belts. I understand that, and with the partnership, maybe they'd go after the TNA tag team belts, and they'll probably lose. They didn't bring anything to the segment at all. Why have him out there? Ridiculously stupid booking right there. Good job, Hickenbottom, you moron. Anyway, I gave the segment 3 out of 5 stars. I could have gave it higher if those 4 guys, well, 3 out of the 4 guys were not there. Inamura's there by himself, it would have been fine. Eat sushi! No. No! Inamura, no! Go to the teriyaki bar. Go to Benihana's or something like that. Anyway, moving on. That Benihana's is still around, I think. It's a good place to eat hibachi, you know. There's not that many hibachi steakhouse around. I don't even know any in my area. Oh, we got choppa your meat and flip the eggs. I'm like, damn, fire! You know, that's all it is. All it is, some guy, you know, Japanese, Chinese guy, you know, chopping the meat, chopping the onions, and then here you go. And then we have some sake. No. I'm going to get letters now. I don't care. But anyway. I'm not racist! Yeah. But it is what it is. People think I'm racist, I'm not. So, kiss my ass. And blow me. That's all I gotta say about that. Alright, moving on. Then we get a big hype video for Julia and Stephanie Vacour. Can't wait for that match next week at the Garden. Julia is banged up. I could see Stephanie Vacour winning the NXT Women's Championship next week, so then Julia can go and heal up before stand and deliver, coming up April the 19th, and all that. So we'll see what happens. Maybe she gets her belt back after that. I don't know. But we'll see. Anything can happen next week. Ugh. We move on. Alright, so we get that. Then we go to Cora Jade and Big Mama Pump, Jordan Grace. We had Masha Slamovich in the audience, looking on at her possible challenger for a sacrifice. And Jordan Grace. Alright, so match was okay, but we did get a scare in this match, and I'll talk about it in a minute. They fight over arm control to start. Jordan grabs a fireman's carry, ram into the corner. Ow. And then she plants Cora down, hits some standing clotheslines to keep Cora in trouble. But to get back up, Cora uses the hair, the long, luscious hair, to send Jordan hard into the corner for a big-time nasty crash. It looked nasty. Anyway. And then Cora ties her up in the ropes. We go to break. We come back, and the match stops. I'm like, wait a minute, what happened? And during the break, Jordan was backing Cora into the corner on this side, whenever you're watching this side, and referee's trying to break him up, and Cora says something to the ref as he's backing Jordan up, and then he's kind of like checking on Cora, and Cora, you can kind of hear her mouth go, "I fucked my leg up." I'm like, oh no, not again. She just came back from a really bad leg injury, and she's back on the shelf. She has that freaking leg brace. So the match stops. Throw up the X. The match stops in 7 minutes and 45 seconds. So, I mean, they didn't take her out on a stretcher. They wasted a lot of time during the break and after the break before anything else could happen. Looking at Cora Jade, Jordan, Jordan's like, fuck, you're not injured. You thought that Cora Jade was gonna play possum and everything, but she was legit hurt. And, injuries happen, on live TV. It sucks, But thankfully, Corey is not significantly hurt. She said, I think she said on Twitter that she got the wind knocked out of her or something like that. She's okay. So that's good news. That's very good news, because I hate to see somebody like Cora Jade, who I think she's pretty underrated. And, the whole thing with Roxy, I thought was alright, but it seems like every time they give her like a big push, something happens. Her leg gives out. It kind of has the Tegan Nox effect. You remember when Tegan Nox was getting injured almost every time? And then they pretty much didn't use her a lot? Bye. They released her. I would hate to have Cora Jade get released. I would hate it. Because I think she has a lot of potential. I've seen her in GCW. She can get hardcore. If you know what I mean. Not that hardcore, but GCW level hardcore. But she got a butt whooped on that shit. But, man. Cora Jade just can't catch a break. Can't. But thankfully she avoided serious injury. And she's hopefully going to be okay. I don't know if she's going to take some time off, but we'll see about what happens with that. She did walk off, and then, like I said, somebody said her eye, and then she said on Twitter she got, basically looked like she got knocked out, or she got the wind knocked out of her. So, but like I said, she pretty much avoided? That's not a word. Avoided serious injury. That's a good sign. Very good sign. So we'll see what happens with Cora in the coming weeks, and that's that. So, no rating, because basically no winner, but, Cora Jade, get better, just, take some time off, a little, about a week or so off, get your bearings back, and come back and kick some ass. That's all I gotta say about that. She's in her 20s, so beautiful. I think she's going out with DJ Nightwolf, or somebody. Lucky guy that guy is. Oh, shit. I'm not even jealous of, Cora Jade going out with DJ Nightwolf, of all people, DJ Nightwolf, but, Braun Breaker, you really lost out on that one. Holy shit. And Braun Breaker's going out with Izzy Dame now. He's basically going out with Brooke Hogan 2.0. See, not all relationships work in wrestling. You find the perfect one, then you find the perfect one, but then, you go out for a couple months and everything seems okay, and then I don't want to see you no more. Why? Because I want to focus on my career, I don't want to focus on you. Fuck you. Damn it! Then, a couple months later, you're going out with the NXT champion, you're going out with Oba, maybe, I don't know. I'm just making it up, but... Or you're going out with Roxy, you're going out with Julia or something like that, It's like everybody gets passed around in, wrestling. Sometimes it's good to be a wrestler, You're a guy, you get all the hot chicks to, want to jump on your cock and everything. And you're going out for a while, and then, next thing you know, you get married, and hopefully it stays together, and then if not, well, bye-bye, so long, farewell to you, and if you still have to work together, that sucks. Right, Charlotte? Charlotte still has to see Andrade every Friday night. Oh, boy. That sucks. But they're professional about it. That's one thing. Be professional, but, you still have some resentment for the breakup. Sucks. Moving on. Alright, then we get a video hyping up the North American title match between my cousin Tony D'Angelo and the chairman of the board, Sean Spears. By the way, Peyton Royce was in the crowd last night. I was hoping almost said Billy Starks, holy shit. Wrong person. I was hoping the Iconics would be in the crowd, but Billy was not there. What's up with that? a split-screen interview between old ego Ethan Page and the young OG, Mr. Bouncy, Bouncy, Bouncy. Tigers do best. Bouncy, Bouncy, Bouncy. That's what Tigers do best. Javon Evans, the young OG. And Ethan can't believe someone as young as Javon tried to give him a pep talk. And that's what made him snap. Break his jaw in a million pieces. Javon was out like 3 months. Ouch. And he's like, Javon, if I could break your jaw right now, I would do it to shut you the fuck up. Javon's like, yeah. Blah, 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 blah. So Javon's like, I'm used to people trying to hold me down, and that's not going to happen anymore. And they start arguing to wrap it up. Then we find out from Ava Raine later in the show that at MSG, at the theater, at Roadblock, we got a New York street fight. That should be insane. I hope that next week is the blow off from this feud. That hasn't been that great, except for the part where Ethan Page broke Javon's jaw in a million pieces. Shit. But it seems like Ethan Page is basically, they had the rematch at the last show at Vengeance Day. Ethan Page won, and now Javon wants to kind of end this thing and get his revenge at Roadblock in a New York street fight. And Ethan Page knows a thing or two about street fights, so I just hope this is the end of this goddamn feud. Javon could do so much better, and so does Ethan Page. Ethan needs to get away from Javon and just focus on the North American title or the world title. Get the world title back, maybe. But, we'll see. Blah, blah, blah. Alright, then we go to probably one of the quickest matches in NXT history. Trick Willie Shamon. He comes out and beats Kale Dixon in 6 seconds after hitting the trick shot, and then boom, 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 boom. Gref's like, that's it, he's dead! He's dead! So basically, a filler match. So that's that. Nothing to say about that. But afterwards, DJ Nightwolf, Eddie Thorpe, shows up on the balcony, and he challenges Trick Willie in 2 weeks. And that is March the 18th. So kind of like the aftermath of St. Patrick's Day. So I guess you can call it the St. Patrick's Day Smash or Bash or whatever you want to call it. 2 weeks from yesterday, we're going to fight and hopefully end this shit in NXT Underground. Oh, that should be some good stuff. Should be some good stuff in 2 weeks when we get that. Alright, then we run to the back where Roxy attacks Big Mama Pump Jordan Grace in the back with a chair. She goes to hit her again, and then this female referee shows up. He's like, don't you do it. Ah, don't. Alright, since when the referees are saying, I'm trying to get involved and trying to save him, and I'm like, I'll take the hit, boom. Probably something like, fuck you. Anyway, so next week we got Roxy versus Jordan Grace again. So it'll probably be Roxy's final match, because she's already kind of on the main roster, so we got that. So Jordan Grace will probably win next week, but we'll see. Alright, then we get the Roadblock Rundown, and next week we got the coaches from LFG gonna be at the theater at Madison Square Garden. We got Bully Ray, pretty much in his hometown, because they're kind of from New York. They were built from New York, I think, but they're not really from New York. Anyway, so we got Bully Ray. Booker T will be at ringside anyway. We got the beautiful Mickie James, Hardcore Country. She'll be there, looking great. And the GOAT of all GOATs of the modern era, The Undertaker. He'll be there. Promotion for LFG, obviously, so. But, man, New York City is gonna have fun. The Undertaker's there. I wish I was going to that fucking show. And I've only been one time. That was at a house show way back in the day, where I saw The Undertaker live. And it was, what was it? I know it was when Vince came out in his wheelchair. He tried to climb the cage, and then Kane was there. I think it was Austin and Taker in the cage. I forget the match, but yeah, Vince came out in his wheelchair and tried to climb. He got up and tried to climb the cage, and then Kane and Undertaker were trying to get him out of there. It was just insane. Probably my first WWE house show. Not counting WrestleMania, of course. Or the 3 WrestleManias I've been to. 1, 10, and 20. That were at the Garden, but... Man. And Survivor Series and SummerSlam, seen Taker live too, so... But, man. Man, I would love to go to NXT on Tuesday night, but probably not gonna go. Sucks, but... Yeah, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? But still, The Undertaker is and will always be the GOAT of all GOATs of the modern era. I know Roman. He's my tribal chief. He always will be my tribal chief. But I can't go against Taker. I can't go against one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. I can't. Whether it be Hogan, if it was Hogan and Taker, that's a hard one for me. I'd have to go with Hogan because I grew up with Hogan, brother, But, my childhood pretty much is Hogan, Taker, Flair, Roman eventually later on. But I still have love for Roman, of course. He's my tribal chief. But putting him in the greatest wrestlers of all time in the modern era, I think Taker has him. It's like right here, Roman's like just below him. That's my opinion. But I know Issa hates that, but still. I'm sorry. I didn't know Roman beat him at WrestleMania 33, which pissed me off. But, Roman was coming into his own, so. This is my year now. When he was the big dog. He's not going to be called that anymore. I think he said in an interview, I don't want to be called a big dog anymore. I kind of got away from that shit. I don't know. It was a great gimmick, but so. I think him as the tribal chief is his gimmick, and it's his best gimmick. Not like Leaky from NXT, the early days of NXT, and then Shield Roman, which then became, the Roman Empire Roman, then Big Dog Roman, and then now it's the Tribal Chief Roman. I like the Tribal Chief Roman myself. Big Dog Roman kind of bored the hell out of me. It bored the hell out of me. I know I said some stuff about that, and then, with his leukemia, when he came out with his leukemia, I was like, you know what? I take everything I said back about him, and saying what I said about him years ago, and apologizing for that, which I did. So, don't come at me and say, oh, you like Roman because of Issa. Issa likes Roman. No. Not even close. I like Roman because, of Roman. Because he's a man. He's a wrestler. It's like, I had so much hate for John Cena, and then when he turned at the Elimination Chamber, finally, I'm like, alright, John, here we go. Retirement tour, let's just go heel all the way through, up to December. Then I'll start hating you again. But, I want to see where heel Cena goes from here. We're not going to see him much, going towards WrestleMania. He is going to have some appearances in May and June. That's probably going to head into SummerSlam, obviously, where whatever he does after Mania, whether he wins the title or not, I think he will win the title. I think we're going to see Hollywood Cena, like when Hogan turned, he became Hollywood Hogan. And the NWO formed. You might get the HWO, the Hollywood World Order. But with, I don't know who would be the leader. I guess Rock would be the leader. And then you have Cena, you have, in some ways, Travis Scott. And then, remember how Rock, did this and went 3, then he did this, 2, he's gonna do this. 1. Who's the next guy? Who's the third man? It's probably gonna be somebody like like maybe Drew McIntyre, because, Rock has Drew's back, and that's Drew said that on Twitter and in interviews, like, Rock has always had my back and everything. So it could be Drew, it could be Punk, it could be Seth Rollins. So one of those 3, or it could be somebody completely out of left field, could join the Rock's little group. I'm thinking it's Punk. I think it's Punk, Drew, or Seth at this point. I mean, we'll see, but it could, like I said, it could be somebody way out of left field. It could be Roman too. Think about it. Roman could turn back to being, heel Roman, which is good Roman. But we'll see. We shall see what happens with that. But anyway, The Undertaker, Booker T, Mickie James, and Bully Ray will be in Madison Square Garden this Tuesday for Roadblock to promote RFG. Some more. We got that. Alright, then we go to the media event for Roadblock. We see the TNA X Division champion, Moose. He says, my match with Oba will be the biggest match of his career, and for the biggest prize, the NXT World, pretty much the NXT World title. He leaves, and then Ava comes in, like I said, makes the Roxanne Perez Jordan Grace match next week. And that's that. And then the lovely ladies of Fatal Influence, Jacy Jayne. She comes in with my girl, Jasmine Nix, and the former Women's North American Champion, former woman herself, Fallon, don't call her, the Dawn Henley. And Fallon gets all pissy, and she demands to get her rematch with Stephanie Foucault. Actually, well, they kind of demand that Fallon get her rematch for the Women's North American title. And I think she did get that. I don't even remember what Ava said at the end. Well, Fallon, you might have to wait because Jada's got a shot. Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens with that. Alright, so I gave that whole thing 2.25 out of 5 stars. Moving on. Alright, then we go to Absolute Ricky Starks. Or Ricky Saints, I hate his name. Anyway. So, Ricky Starks, he's walking to the back, meets up with Ridge Holland, who's not impressed. Not impressive, Skywalker. Not impressed. So, he leaves. And then, Ricky says, get used to seeing a lot of me, dude. And then he runs into his good buddy from AEW, Shawn Spears, who basically says the Revolution will be televised when I win the North American title later, coming up next. Ricky's like, okay. Foreshadowing? I think it was, because we get to the main event for the North American title, my cousin Tony D taking on Shawn Spears. Very good match. Back of what they went. Tony's back was just, he came in with a really bad back, kind of like I have right now, and Spears worked on the back of my cousin Tony D through most of the match. Sharpshooter, just working on that back, and somehow Tony D, like us Italians, we don't give up. We love to fight. We don't give up. So he fought as hard as he could. He breaks out of the sharpshooter. Hits forget about it for a near fall. Izzy Dane helping on the kick out. I think she was like, I don't know what she did, but anyway. And then both families get involved. Big fight on the outside. Stacks gets sent into Tony D, who lands back first on a chair on the floor. That comes into play because back in, Shawn Spears hits the C4. And, he goes for the cover. Somehow, Tony D kicked out. And he tries for another C4. Tony D slipped out of that. Tries for the spine buster, so forget about it. But his back gave out, and Shawn Spears, slammed right on him. Goes for the cover. 1, 2, 3. Damn. So we have a new Men's North American Champion in the Chairman of the Board, Shawn Spears, his first actual major title in NXT. So, the perfect 10, Ty Dillinger gets his first title. So, they just pushed Stan. Shawn Michaels is, happy now. Hey, Hunter! I just pushed Stan! Calm down, Shawn! Calm down, Shawn! Let me get my Hunter impression going. Calm down, Shawn! See? I just pushed Stan! Alright, so Shawn Spears is the new champ. And that's it. Then we get one final roadblock rundown, and that's it. So, Shawn Spears is the new champ. I think at Stand and Deliver, we'll get Shawn Spears versus Ricky Starks. And I think Ricky will win the belt and have a pretty long reign with it, hopefully. But we'll see. So, Ricky Starks will be in the company for about a month. A month in, he'll get his first major title in NXT. So that'll pretty much trump the FTW title. That horrible title that Taz had. Brother! Red Hook, brother! Shut up, Taz. You're lucky you're a Met fan. And you're from Brooklyn. That's get 2 brownie points with me, okay? Red Hook, brother. Yeah, Red Hook's a decent place to live, but my neck of the woods is pretty safe. Brother. We'll get that. And you're a Met fan. And he's a Met fan, so, it's more of an incentive. Because the Mets are better than the Skankies, and we all know that. And that's pretty much it. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for now. That is my NXT review, and NXT was pretty good. I gave it 7.25. No, what did I give it? No, actually, I gave it 7 out of 10 stars. Pretty standard, 7 out of 10 stars. Let me know what you guys thought of the show down below in the comment section. And we'll have a little discussion, if you will. And that's pretty much it. Alright, we got Dynamite coming up in about a little under 3 hours from now. Actually, under 2 hours from now. So, I'm going to do all that. Get ready for pretty good night of AEW wrestling from Sacktown, Sacramento, California. And, we'll see what happens with that as we're on the go home. We're on the path to Los Angeles, California this Sunday. We got Collision this weekend as well. And Collision last week, 280,000 views. But they were going head-to-head with Elimination Chamber, so you knew that was going to happen. Probably go up a little bit this week, over the next couple weeks. And then, we'll see what happens with that, but Dynamite still getting under, under 600 or a little bit under 700, between 500 and 700,000 views. Not like what they used to. They're way down in the last year or two in ratings. It's just sad. And they were getting like 800, 900,000, even over 1 million in the beginning of AEW. Like the highest I think they went was 1.3 million. And they just went nosedived in I'd say the last 2-3 years. Their ratings have just gone way down. And we're in year 5, Tony Khan's like, we'll see what happens in 5 years. Well, we hit year 5, and we're not doing so good, Tony Khan. Going into year 6 now. I don't know if AEW has any more legs left. The way they're going, I mean, we could see Dynamite getting 200,000 views because it's just unbearable sometimes to watch. And I hate saying that for guys like Adam Cole, baby, and the Bucks, and Kenny, and the women there. It's just, the shows, some are great, and then, it's great one week, it's like shit the next week. There's no stability. And I think Tony Khan is just like, I think Tony Khan's burnt out. He can't run Ring of Honor, even though it has had some good shows as of late. Not many, but, the pay-per-views are always good. That's the only good thing about Ring of Honor these days. The TV show just sucks. And who knows if that's going to become Shockwave, whatever that is going to come out. I think Vince is going to have a show before Shockwave appears. Like Vince is like, I'm gonna take a deal with Fox before you, Tony Khan. And if you don't like it, you're fired. Something like that. But man, if Tony Khan wants to get Shockwave off the ground, he better like start like soon. Because pretty much Ring of Honor is just like, ugh, right now. It's hard to watch, and not a lot of people watch Ring of Honor. I understand that. I'm probably one of the only people in this so-called community that does Ring of Honor reviews. Because I like to branch out with TNA. People, and I know Evolve starts tonight. I am not doing Evolve. I'm sorry. It doesn't intrigue me. I have Tubi, but Tubi or not Tubi, but I don't want to. And I know I want to make more content, but I really don't really like Evolve. Old school Evolve, yes, but I would do it in a heartbeat. But if it starts, if there's good buzz about it, maybe I'll take a look at it once in a while, and maybe I'll do a review on my Kill the Demons channel. But we'll see what happens with that. I don't know. And if Lucha Underground comes back, it'll be here on the Peter Joseph channel. It is. I heard some rumblings of it coming back, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. And if it does come back, where do you put it? Can't put it on El Rey Network no more. It's pretty much extinct. Well, it is extinct, actually. So where are you going to put it? I heard Access TV might go bye-bye, but well, we know New Japan is no longer on Access TV. I don't know how long TNA might be on there. TNA's doing very good right now. They got the support of WWE, so a lot more viewers are tuning into TNA lately. That's damn good. Should have done that years ago, but it is what it is. But just the landscape of wrestling is just, WWE's getting a whole lot better. NXT is just shining for the last few years with Shawn Michaels being pretty much the Booker of the Year the last 2 years. I say the last 2 years or so. AEW is just pretty much going down the toilet. Ring of Honor, pretty much the same thing. TNA is flying high with the WWE partnership, and New Japan has always been great. They don't have the big stars anymore. They're making new stars, but, still have Tanahashi up until January. You still have Naito and, Hiromu, and, the Bullet Club is still there in parts. All the other old farts of New Japan is still there. You still got New Japan Strong coming around, even though it's not televised, which should be. But, New Japan will never die. It'll probably never die. I know Mr. Obadi-san will never let it go. Or Mr. Tanahashi, he's like in his 40s now. He's pretty much the president of New Japan. So New Japan, even with Tanahashi or whoever comes after him, it will never die. We're gonna get like Wrestle Kingdom 90 coming up. We're already at 18. About to hit 19, I think, next year. I think it's 19 in January. It'll be 19. So. And the G1 Climax is at 34, 35 now. I don't even know what number it's up to. That's always exciting to see in the summer. Probably one of the most grueling tournaments ever. I don't even know who's going to be in it this year. It's March. Got a couple of months to wait, go. We got the New Japan Cup coming up. Who wins that? To get a title shot. And then, we got the G1. And we all know what happens with the G1. Whoever wins that goes to the Tokyo Dome for Wrestle Kingdom 19 against whoever the champion is. Then we got the Super Tag League, we got Wrestling Dontaku, and, we got the Super Junior League. They got a lot of shit. New Japan has shows like almost every fucking month. It's insane. And the G1 is probably the longest show because it lasts from pretty much the start of July until mid-August. I think it's 10 weeks, I think. 10 or 12 weeks of the G1. That's insane. Every fucking day, too. And then rarely you get a day off, rarely, but I could not even withstand that tournament. If I ever was a wrestler and I went to Japan just to try it out, I'm like, I'll be done almost the first week I'll be done. I'm like, I can't move on in the tournament. And you have to, You know, some people wrestle with injuries. It sucks. It's just, some guys is fighting on one leg of the G1, and they still win the match. It's crazy. I love the G1. Probably one of my favorite tournaments ever. That's why I love New Japan Pro Wrestling. Because nothing can compete with that. Nothing can compete with Japan, personally. Not even WWE and NXT can, the women's divisions in WWE and NXT can compete with Stardom. That's my opinion. I know Momo is there. Holy shit. I can't wait till Sunday. Momo is going to beat the fuck out of Mercedes and still lose, obviously. But, you got Momo there, you got Mayu Iwatani. I mean, you got so many people in Stardom that should be coming over to the States. At least we could to showcase them, not wrestle for. I mean, if they do, it'd be nice to see like Momo in AEW. Pretty much in AEW. I mean, having her. Imagine her going to NXT and having the people that are there now: Stephanie, Julia, Delta. Then you have Momo. Probably one of the biggest mind fucks you would ever see. My dick would be exploding every fucking time. I mean, just insane. I mean, you got Mayu, the champ. You got the champ of New Japan. If she goes to NXT, forget it. She goes to AEW. I mean, I don't know how Tony Khan would work with that, but I mean, he works with the New Japan / Stardom people, but I mean, we rarely see him. I mean, we rarely see Momo. We saw her the last couple of weeks. We see her Sunday. We see her this week and on Sunday too, and then we won't see her for a while. Rio hasn't been seen in like God knows how long. Her name is Rio, and she dances on my lap. And when she's done, she goes and takes a nap. Okay, we got that. Rio, we haven't seen Rio in a while. We haven't seen Yuka Sakazaki. I mean, we did see her, I think, last month or so. That whole thing with Tony Storm. Or was it? No, it was Mercedes, right? I think it was Mercedes or Tony. I think. Mariah May, I'm sorry. Yeah, we don't see her at much. Where the fuck is Hikaru Shida? She's staying home playing her video games on Twitch and freaking YouTube. And dressing up very nicely, I might add. I mean, when are we gonna see Hikaru Shida back? I mean, it feels like all the Japanese wrestlers we have is just Okada. Sad. And the men, too, we hardly see, Ishii. Not Ishii, it's Ishii. Now we're getting, like, Claude Connors. We saw him, part of the Bullet Club War Dogs. Shoot me for the love of God. And then we saw Gabriel Kidd, even though he had a lot of bad things to say about AEW. And Tony Khan pretty much, like, he hated it at the time, and now he's like, oh, we're gonna push it under the rug. We'll rarely see, like, guys like Naito! When we saw Yuji Nagata, the legend. Kento, we saw in the early days, a couple years ago. Not a lot of New Japan guys. I know we're going to see a lot of them at Forbidden Door in August. But that's August. And then between June and July, we'll probably after All In, we're going to see a lot of New Japan guys. Because we got the lead up to August 24th, which is Forbidden Door in London. And then after that, it's All Out. Pretty much 2 weeks after that I don't know, it might be in Chicago. That's going to be September the 7th, I believe. I have to look at my dates, but... So yeah, I mean, All In is July 11th, so... Or July, I know it's July 11th, somewhere around that time, but... But it's not a lot of Japanese wrestlers we see anymore. I mean, I know they have to, they have to be in Japan, they have to get their visa, or whatever they have to do. It's like, Pac has to, he has a work visa or some type of thing where he's here for a couple weeks and then he's gone. Well, now he's legit gone because he got smashed by Edge. So, I mean, that's that. So, I want to see more Japanese stars. But, it's hard for them to come to the States, because Japan's schedule is just, forget it. You can't get a day off, god damn it. But, it is what it is, and that's all I gotta say about that. Anyway, I gotta get out of here, guys. I'm gonna rest up until Dynamite goes on the air, and I'll be back later tonight here on the channel with your, hopefully tonight. I know I say I'm gonna do the review, and then I just fall asleep after, so. Hoping to get the AEW review up tonight. If not, probably be late tomorrow night, and then we'll do TNA and Ring of Honor for this week on hopefully Friday, and then this weekend is a little bit tough because I'm going to be a little bit busy over the next couple weeks and everything with work and other things. I got concerts coming up and other things, especially Disturbed coming up. I gotta go to that. That's gonna be insane. And I got other things that, to worry about, Plus I'm fixing up my Casa do Joseph, so it's gonna be, it's gonna be days where I'm not gonna even be around. I might even be, I'll be too tired to maybe do a review. I mean, maybe I can, but we'll see. So stay tuned, hit that bell, so when I do the videos in pretty much the next week or two, we'll see what happens with that. And then as we go through April, WrestleMania, we're going full steam ahead through WrestleMania into pretty much most of May, and then we'll see what happens in June, because I might be taking some time off, legit, and maybe June or July, but we'll see. Right now it's tentative, because my work schedule is going to be changing up a little bit after WrestleMania, so. But, I'll let you guys know what's going on as we go through the next 6 to 8 weeks. 6 to 12 weeks. The next 6 to 12 weeks, well, it's going to be a little bit busy, so we'll see. But I'll try to get everything I can up for you guys, because I love you guys. Most of you, but it is what it is. Alright, I'm going to get out of here. Thanks for watching, everybody. So, NXT, once again, 7 out of 10 stars, and that's it. Until next time, my friends, if you're not down with that, well, I got 3 words for you. Fuck you, man! And that's it. Thanks for watching, and I'm out. Peace!